Welcome back to the Zero Talent Pod. Here we are again. Davidici Supari, Christian Sutton, WWGA. We got Caleb here, and actually Big Dan is behind the cam with his feet propped up, just chilling, spectating as well. So I'm sure you probably can feel the presence of Father Time just by clicking on this video. You felt drawn to this video by the presence of the Father of Time. So a lot to talk about. Before we get into it, can we get one big Duval, maybe?
Yeah, let's
maybe.
do it.
3. Daniel, you got to get on this. 3, 2, 1. Duval! Wonderful game at the bank today. Not today, that was several days ago. Wonderful game at the bank. Big Dan was there. I was there. Christian Sutton was there. Showing out for Duval, showing out for Liam Cohen and the Jags. When they needed us most, we showed up, and they were grateful, and we're grateful for them.
Duval.
But before we get into all of Duval, as it goes, as you know, we always start out with college football here. So I'm gonna pass on the reins to Christian Sutton with WWGA, and give us a recap and what we have to look forward to this weekend as well.
Got a couple of games that happened over the weekend. Some disappointing, some were entertaining, some were boring, some were what we expected, but kind of getting the nitty-gritty of it. We had Michigan, Wisconsin. Luke Fickell is getting fired in 2
Them
weeks,
boys suck.
which is crazy because I was super huge on Luke Fickell at Wisconsin, but they lose 24-10 to Michigan. And then we had Miami versus FSU, probably one of the best games of the weekend, but I was wrong on this pick. Miami comes out victorious, 28-22.
Still undefeated on my game picks, by the way.
Not untrue.
It is true.
No, it's not.
He's gonna hold the Georgia thing because I
No,
picked
you
Georgia.
lost another game anyway. You lost
What?
Vandy. You picked Vandy.
Oh, did I?
You picked Vandy. I have that on
To
the
beat
page.
Bama?
Yep.
Okay, I'll take my first L, but I'm not counting the Georgia.
Davy's 3-2. I am 4-1.
Daniel's gonna join in here. Well, we ain't got the game picks yet. Daniel's gonna join in. Big Dan's gonna join in once we get the game picks. But go ahead, Christian. Continue with our recap.
Yep, and like I told you at the beginning, though, Miami and FSU is going to be a good game, and
It really wasn't.
It really wasn't, and that comeback FSU had
They was stat.
It was over. The game was over.
They was doing that for the ranking.
But that's another case of Mario Cristobal could potentially hold this team back by that coaching. I mean, just stop throwing the ball in the third quarter just because you're up. You let your foot off the gas. You almost let a team come back and beat you, especially at home. That's a dangerous game you're playing. But Miami pulled it out. Carson Beck has still surprised me this year. I'm still expecting him to have a game where he just throws 15 picks.
He's a fraud. Put Miami against Bama. See what happens. Please show me.
We'll see. I mean,
They might. Vandy
Florida
might
had
beat
their
Miami.
shot at him. Florida State's had their shot at him. So it looks like Miami runs Florida this year, which I hate to say it, but that's just the case.
The season isn't over. We could see him in the playoffs.
Like I said, I was hoping FSU would have beat Virginia. Then we would have had a top 5 Florida matchup, which would have been really cool to see, even as a Florida fan. And like I said, I want to see Florida State win as much as possible because when we beat them at the Swamp, I want them to be as best as possible. I don't want to hear no excuses.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to be the best they can be.
Mm-hmm.
And then hear all that crying from FSU fans. Oh, we were 6-6. Oh yeah, okay. So, anyways, Miami over FSU. They'd probably, like I said at the beginning, the upsets this weekend. We had a couple upsets. UCLA triumphant.
What did I say?
He called
Penn
it.
State is a fraud. I said it when they were undefeated, number 5 in the country, or number 3, whatever they were, before they got exposed, and then they get exposed again, and now they're unranked. I called it before the season. It doesn't matter. Penn State does this crap every year. They're frauds.
So it's funny because they hadn't led in a game all year before this game.
UCLA?
Not at one point the whole season.
And they led that entire game. against Penn
And
State.
they went up 17-0 at one
Oh
point,
my God.
and then they went up 24-7. But it's actually Rick Neuheisel's son that's doing the play calling, which he's an analyst for
I saw that. That was pretty cool.
college football today. So that's really cool.
He used to play there.
Yeah, 42-37 was the final score. James Franklin's remarks were kind of saying that they hadn't recovered from Oregon, which
When
you don't ever want to admit
hold on.
that.
When you have to recover from losing to a team that's ranked lower than you, and you're playing at home in a night game, and you have to recover, this dude's oh man, I can't stand him.
Yeah, I mean,
Fire him now.
The thing is, dude, I'm still big on James. I like James Franklin for Penn State. I think Penn State fans are a little like, you got to remember. So when James Franklin got hired from Vandy, he gave Vandy their only 2 10-win seasons in the last 40 years. The thing about Penn State before James Franklin got there, the last coach, remember the locker room issues at Penn State? That actually got them sanctioned for years. So he had to overcome all that. But it's still very inexcusable to lose to an 0-4 team that hasn't led all year.
Because I mean, look at it now. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still don't think before the UCLA game, I still thought Penn State was frauds, but I still see them as like top 15 team. They'll probably make the playoffs, but they're a first round exit. They're not legit at all. Right. Now you lose to UCLA, and they still got some big games coming up because they still have to play the powerhouses of the Big Ten. Still,
all I'm saying is
so
that
now their playoff hopes.
All I'm saying is you put Penn State up against a team at their place like Georgia Tech. I'm serious. I would take Georgia Tech in that game because
they lost to UCLA.
I'm not a huge believer in Drew Aller. Drew Aller could have had many opportunities to win that game, and obviously their defense can't be that good because they let up 42
to UCLA.
Right. So that's one of the games that was highlighted and. Just a horrible game all around. Nobody expected this. If you said you were expecting this, I think you're lying.
I expected it.
I mean, but you were expecting UCLA to put up 42.
No, I was joking.
That's what I mean, dude. I mean, grow up. Anyways, going on next game. Like I said, we're going to have some really boring games. I would have thought Mississippi State put a bigger fight. I took their money line, or their spread. Their spread was 17.5, but they lost 31-9 to Texas A&M. And that's who we play next week, so...
I still am not sold on Texas A&M. I called Penn State.
Right.
Here's my next two I'm going to call. Texas A&M and Oklahoma.
I think Oklahoma's good, and I think Texas A&M is
Both
good.
of those teams are okay.
I hear what you're saying.
Okay.
I think Oklahoma's just a tad overrated, but I think they can back it up. I think if John Mateer is healthy for them, they can win a lot of games, and I think that they can beat a lot of teams that a lot of people aren't giving credit for. I think that's why they're ranked so high.
He's expected to play this week.
Yeah, which is we're going to get to that, the predictions, but it's kind of crazy that Oklahoma's not the favorite.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Explain that, please. The committee needs to explain this. That's exactly what I'm saying. They're frauds. They're ranked number 6 in the country. They're playing in a rivalry game, which is a neutral site.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's the Cotton Bowl.
Oh, okay, whatever.
So they're playing. You know, I didn't think it was either because it's in Dallas, Texas. But then Ian was saying it's a neutral site.
Oh, well, I guess it's neutral site then.
I don't know.
I thought it was. No, I could have sworn I've seen Texas fans.
That's what I thought. Too.
No, it is at their place because I remember a few years ago Texas getting blown out by Oklahoma on Texas's field.
That's what I thought.
Because I remember the playoffs. Texas beat Bama in the first game of the year, and they went the whole year, and then Texas lost Oklahoma by 30. Like at home or something.
Oh yeah. So,
and then they still got in.
Shout out Ian for misinforming me, but that makes no sense.
It's not neutral site.
Okay, even though they're playing at Texas, still explain that. How is that? That doesn't make any sense. Number 6 team in the country versus unranked Texas.
I don't think the money line should favor Texas, but if you were to ask me who would win, I think Texas is going to win that game.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're going to upset them. I do too.
I think
that's what I'm saying.
If that quarterback, if John Mateer don't play, then I think
they already said he's probably.
Yeah, well, but that's the thing. It's the same thing with like, DJ Lagway is going to play through a walking boot. Like you just don't know who you're going to get. I mean, apparently, if DJ gets into a walking boot any week, we're going to win the game. I don't know. But like I said, Arch Manning, at the end of the game, Arch Manning looked really settled down. It looked like he found his groove, and that's a good Florida defense. And I mean, he was torching
It's also
us.
a banged up Florida defense. No Caleb Banks, no Dijon Johnson.
Which I wonder if he could come back. If he doesn't, no. Caleb Banks.
Yeah.
I wonder if Caleb Banks could take a medical red shirt.
Well, I mean, if we're 4-8, there ain't no point. But
yeah,
I mean, if we're making a push to maybe make a
I got
playoff,
you.
Yeah.
Playoff. Anyways, but like I said, Texas A&M just wears out Mississippi State. I mean, I expected more. I get Mississippi State has no defense, but 9 points when you just put up 42 on Tennessee. I don't know what that says about Texas A&M, and I don't know what that says about Tennessee, and I definitely don't know what that says about Mississippi State, which all 3 teams we play future on our schedule. So I don't know if Tennessee's defense is elite. I want to say it is, but it might have just been because it's a home game at night. You know, you just get into a shootout with a team that don't really deserve to be there. So
I don't think their defense is elite. Tennessee?
I mean, I think dude, I don't see how they wouldn't be. They've got a ton of talent on both sides of the
They're
ball.
giving up a crap ton of points like every week.
I know. They gave up 40 something to Georgia, too.
44, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
At home.
They might not be able to, which I got them. I got Florida winning that game against Tennessee.
Yeah, that's the other thing. The fact that we're not going to be able to play Tennessee and
Yeah, that's
LSU
heartbreaking.
is just stupid, but continue.
So then we had Alabama and Vandy play. Alabama takes care of business 30-14. Kind of, like I said, one of the
Did I
boring
really
games.
pick Vandy?
Yeah, I got it right here. You picked Vandy. You said Vandy 20 to 27, I think. 27-20, Vandy.
I'll have to go back and rewatch it because I could have sworn
No,
I picked
you
Bama.
picked.
I was pretty sold on Bama.
Oh, you picked Bama.
That's
sorry.
what I'm saying. Yeah, my
Yeah.
picks are still undefeated. He's trying to, fraud check. I'm undefeated still.
No, you're 4-1 like
No,
me.
we're
both
not
4-1.
counting that.
Bro, you picked Bama. Go watch the podcast.
No, I picked Georgia, and then right before the game, I said Bama's going to win
No,
this
you
game.
picked Georgia. That's your pick.
And then
bro.
I changed it to Bama.
Anyways, the last game on our main big games last weekend was Florida, Texas. Florida obviously takes care of business 21-21 in the swamp. Gators obviously. Gators take care of business, man. Only Gators get out alive.
I think I called it almost perfectly. What did I say?
You were close, I think. I think you were like 2 points off. You said Florida 27, Texas 20.
Okay.
So
It
you
was
were
21
3
points,
points
so-
off.
Yeah, I'll take that.
So, I mean, Florida definitely came out and surprised me. This team just looks different with Dallas Wilson playing at the helm. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because that's the only guy that can create separation. And it looks like they covered all my 5 keys to win. They didn't really beat themselves.
Yeah.
Besides the turnover, they almost did.
Yeah.
Throwing a pick with 10 minutes left. I don't understand. We were up 2 scores throwing the football. They
That's
fed
something
Jaden
there.
Ball
They
in
did.
the right way.
They did.
They finally let that dude just go. They trusted the defense, didn't do too much.
Yep.
And DJ had fun, man. And you could tell he got his swagger back whenever he throws that bomb down the sideline
Yeah.
for a touchdown. He goes down the field.
Yeah,
horns down, motherfucker. You can't hold me.
And
Dude.
you might be wondering, why are we not more pumped about this upset win in the swamp? And personally, I think it's because now it's kind of like, what do you expect on us? Like, what do we? We don't even know what to think of this Gator team anymore.
I'm not pumped because of a number of reasons. First of all, I'm not pumped of that win because I feel like we should be beating Texas in the swamp.
Well, yeah, for sure.
I was super stoked. And then another reason is the ending of the game, the way we ended that game was so bad. I mean, we couldn't
almost
get
sold.
nothing going. And then I think Billy's getting a little bit more hate than he deserves about that timeout. I don't necessarily disagree with that timeout. I mean, just to explain the last play, one of the last offensive plays of the game, Austin Barber's helmet came off, which means it's going to be a timeout, or the clock's going to stop regardless. It's whether or not you're going to get a 10-second runoff, and they had a minute and a half left in the game. That
okay,
10
but
second,
why not run the clock down and then
because
call timeout?
you can't. You have to have one or the other. The clock stops. Austin Barber would have to sit out a play to get his helmet came off. He got to sit out and come back in the game, which
But
that's
but they can't
All-American.
go up and line up to run a play, and then the clock's running down, and then we call timeout.
No, because the clock stops regardless. You're just getting a 10-second runoff. It's either going to run off 10 seconds and start the clock at 1:30 on the snap, or it's going to start at 1:45 on the snap. Which Billy called timeout. You get a chance to get your guys and run a play. I didn't disagree with it, but there was other factors in that game where I was like, we need to do a better job as a staff, and we need a better job as a team knowing what we're doing. Because that ball DJ threw, and I get it might have been some pass interference in there, but it doesn't matter. Why are you taking down? I get it's like a momentum thing, but you almost threw the game because you're giving Texas the ball back with 8 minutes left, down 2 scores. There's no reason to give them any life at all. But that's one of the 2 reasons I wasn't pumped about the game. What do you think?
Yeah, that obviously is still some stuff to work on, but honestly, I'm more so just because, like, obviously we want Billy to get fired, and I feel like this just prolongs that. I mean, I don't know. This game, obviously Texas showed us a lot of what we're capable of, but also I think Texas is also kind of overrated.
That's one of those games you should win.
This week, although I still think Texas A&M are frauds, I mean, we're going into College Station, night game, number 5 team in the country. I still don't trust Billy, but if they win this game on the road in that environment, he's going to start to swing me back a little bit, but I'm still not completely sold on Billy.
Well, the thing is that I think there's going to be a lot of stuff going behind the scenes of Florida football where there's going to be some calls made and kind of testing the wall. And they're not going to fire him. I'm not saying they're going to fire him tomorrow.
Yeah, if we lose the rest of our games, we still need to let him finish.
Well, here's the thing, is that even during the season, if Billy does win, there has to be some kind of backup plan for the Florida structure, like the boosters. There's going to be phone calls made to coaches, is what I'm saying. Gauging interest. Hey, if this job opens up, Lane, are you going to come to Florida? If we offered you X, like, there's going to be a call made to different coaches.
I don't think Lane's going to say if it was. I think Lane's going to want us to say, we want you come coach for Gainesville and the Gators.
I don't think he leaves. I don't think there's any chance. I think this is last year we get him. This year, I don't think we can get him. I don't think there's anything we can do anymore to get him.
The only reason I thought he would have left Ole Miss was, I think Ole Miss being one of the smaller schools in the SEC.
Right.
I think he would have possibly left them to say, I'm not sure if I can win a championship here at Ole Miss, but the Gators obviously are a much bigger school. I think I have a real chance there.
Well, think about it.
But what I was going to say is,
yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. Now Ole Miss kind of does have a chance to win a championship.
Well, you got to think about it, bro.
They're one of the best teams in football right now.
Why are the Florida Gators football team? Why is that a good coaching position right now today?
I think there's just more opportunity there.
What so Florida went from Urban Meyer to Will Muschamp, which bang up head coach, bang up defensive guy from Georgia. Got him. Bang. That's your guy. You go from him, then you got to go get Jim McElwain. You know where Jim McElwain came from? Central Michigan. I have all this to say a point.
Well,
so then you go from Jim McElwain from Central Michigan. You go to Mississippi State to go get Dan Mullen, former Florida assistant on national title team.
Offensive coordinator.
Yep, he was an offensive coordinator, former staff member. And then you go get a guy from Louisiana. No, I'm not making fun of Billy. I'm not making fun of any of those coaches because they all had decent tenures.
But playing the SEC ball is just a whole nother level.
But I'm thinking, what I'm thinking is, I think there's some lying about how good of job. Like, why would you come to Gainesville? Urban Meyer, if you watch Swamp Kings, talk about in the documentary, this is one of the most stressful jobs you could probably have. He talked about he couldn't sleep. Like,
yeah,
I mean, dude, it's one of the most stressful jobs that you can get.
And an SEC coach overall, just
right. I mean, imagine Lane Kiffin comes and he goes 6. Like at Ole Miss, he went 6-6, and then 7-6, and then like, dude, I don't know. I don't know how long of a leash that you have at Florida, so it might not be as attractive as a job that you might think it is. Is what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, for Billy maybe, or for coaches from the outside,
right.
But I'm saying Lane's already proved he can play and he can coach in the SEC and compete.
Yeah, but I just don't see why you would leave there to go get scrutiny from a bunch of Gainesville fans.
Don't get me wrong. If Lane, well, I mean, he's already been through it at Tennessee. I mean, he's already.
Yeah, he ditched him.
But that's what I'm saying. He's been through it, and he's still an SEC head coach. So although Gainesville might be a little worse, it's still you're coaching at an SEC level.
I don't think there's. I'm just saying.
But hear me out. If they go on and make the playoffs, and I don't know if they win 10, 11 games, and they make a playoff run, he'll probably stay at Ole Miss. But I mean, if they lose a couple games, miss the playoffs, or even a first round exit, I think he kind of goes, all right. At what point, like, how much of a chance do I really have to win a championship here?
You're not going to win a championship at Ole Miss because you ain't got the money to.
That's what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
So at what point does Lane Kiffin say, all right, I got to move on?
I don't know what his priorities are. I mean, some guys want to set their kids up.
That dude's a competitor. He just coached with Saban, bro. That dude wants to win a championship.
Billy Napier coached with Saban.
I'm not even counting.
But I'm going to tell you right now, there was some beef in that Texas game between.
Well, he was a wide receiver coach.
Well, I'm getting there. There was some beef in that Texas game between Sarkisian and Billy Napier. I'm going to tell you why. 2016, Lane Kiffin leaves for USC. Who's the offensive coordinator?
What?
Alabama Crimson Tide, 2016. Lane Kiffin goes at USC head coaching gig. Who's the offensive coordinator? Nobody. There ain't no offensive coordinator. It's between Billy Napier, Steve Sarkisian. And who did Nick Saban give the nod to?
Sarkisian.
Steve Sarkisian. And I think there was some hate. I think there was some hate between Sarkisian and Billy Napier.
Can Billy hate somebody every week then? Like,
I mean,
is that what it takes
that's what
for
it
Billy to
takes.
win football games? Is he has to have a grudge against the other coach?
Right.
If so, like, I'm gonna start messaging him on some bullshit about the other coach every week because
Dude.
I mean, it worked for Trey Smack. I mean, shout out me for making Trey Smack the best kicker in the country. But
Which, man, I mean, he's a great program builder. He's just a horrible coach. I think he's
who, Billy?
Billy's a phenomenal. Like, Billy needs to go
Oh,
coach
it's almost
Mississippi
like
State.
we should hire an offensive coordinator.
Because look, I'm gonna say this. Florida has, since Billy, I'm gonna say some good things about Billy. I crap on him every week. Billy has changed the culture here in football in a great way, and he has brought recruiting to the Swamp like we haven't seen since Mush champion Urban Meyer.
This is the best recruiting.
It's phenomenal, and to bring us back to relevancy is a super hard thing to do after Mullen basically ruined your. Think about it. So Mullen comes in with a top 10 class.
Yeah, Mullen ruined it, and yet what was he? 39-20.
Yeah, but dude,
and what
it was
Billy?
going.
Billy's now
going,
under 500.
It was going downhill. I'll give Billy the nod.
His going downhill was Billy's best year. That's insane. That's insane. Yeah, think about that. His going downhill in a shit season and gets fired is Billy's best year.
That's what I'm saying. He's not a great coach, but how do you expect to win? Mullen didn't recruit anybody.
He was still winning games. He was still winning more games than Billy.
Bro. He was going 6-7. We were watching Emory Jones throw 3 picks.
That was our worst year.
That was his last year.
But that's what I'm saying. But he still took us to an SEC championship.
So what? He's going to recruit Chris. He was going to go recruit Chris next year and go win a championship. Go win the SEC.
Maybe.
How are you going to compete in the SEC when you're playing against Georgia, against 5-star recruits at every position? You can't find 24 Ladd McConkeys to go play for you.
But we were with Dan, and look what we're doing with Billy.
He's
bringing in the best recruits in the country.
He's not losing.
What does it matter?
He's not losing because of that. But Mullen had no future here. Mullen's going to turn us in the next Mississippi State.
I just wish we wouldn't have ruined that relationship because, dude, imagine Mullen coming back as the offensive coordinator. That dude can scheme like a mofo. I know he wouldn't now because he ruined that relationship. We burned that bridge. But dude, with Billy's recruiting and Dan Mullen scheming, oh my, dude.
Yeah, we would be set. But Billy calls plays. That's the bottom line. My coach calls plays. That's all we can do about it. He ain't giving it up. He didn't call plays bad last game. He had a couple of things where I was scratching my head at, but he honestly called a pretty good game against Sarkisian. But really, the coaching matchup to watch last week was Sarkisian versus Ron Roberts because that was the main one. Ron Roberts played an excellent defensive coverage game, 2 interceptions. I mean, just put pressure on him. I'd like to see a little bit more pressure, but when it counted, the pressure was there, and the
pressure's there without Caleb Downs either. I mean, this defense is balling out, and we're down like 3 or 4 starters.
Seriously, dude. I mean, it's a real life scheming thing, and I'm thinking it's both hand in hand. The defense guys playing great, like Jaden Woods, one of the bright spots on our defensive line, true freshman, just got out of high school last year, and he's getting sacks in the Swamp. He laid a dude out, man. And the physicality by this defense, I haven't seen it since I didn't see it with Mullen. I mean, I saw dude.
No.
Texas threw a bomb play, and that who was made that tackle? They took the dude's legs out. Washington or something. Remember what I'm talking about? Texas caught the ball, got a big game, but dude,
I know. Yeah, I can't.
They were setting the tone the whole game, and that's all I'm saying is that the culture here. These guys, when their backs up against the wall, they don't back down. And Mullen's guys, Brenton Cox, not LJ McCray, Gervon Dexter.
Yeah, what's up with LJ? Is he ever gonna play?
LJ McCray's broke his foot.
Oh my god.
So he's done for the year. But I was saying that all day. I was saying all that to say Billy Napier could coach somewhere. Florida's not a great fit because he needs more time. I'm not interested in giving him more time.
Yeah, he's not a horrible coach, but
he's just
you
not.
You just have
fit.
to be.
He needs to go play. He needs to go coach somewhere like South Carolina.
Well, I was gonna say just leave the SEC. Go to the.
You could go to a team like Washington.
Don't go to the SEC and don't go to the Big Ten, and he could probably be a good coach.
That's what I mean. I mean, he would be a guy that you would see top 20. Like, oh, he's at 21. It's like Washington State at 21.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's enough about that. I mean, Florida, good. We won the game. All right, and that's all that matters. We won the game, and all the fans that are talking about, oh, we're gonna boycott the games. We're not watching the games no more.
You ain't a real fan.
Like, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, for real. But anyways, next week we got Florida Texas A&M. Texas A&M comes out 7.5 point favorites.
You want part of the college picks?
Sure.
All right. we gonna get Caleb's gonna tap out for a minute. We're getting our football expert in here, Father Time, Big Dan. So let's give a round of applause for Big Dan. We get a you might want to put your seat down a little bit. Get the camera right. There we go. All right, so let's list off these games for this week, Christian.
So we got Florida versus Texas A&M. Texas A&M comes out as 7.5 point favorites. Then we go to Georgia versus Auburn.
Let's go one game at a time. Predict them.
That's cool. We can do that.
All right.
All right. Florida versus Texas A&M, 7.5 point favorites. With score prediction.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna pick Florida every week, but I'm gonna go Florida. Honestly, I think we hold that offense. I don't think that offense is that good. I'm gonna say Florida wins 23-16. Christian Sutton.
Like I said, it's going to be a tough one, but I think Florida's going to pull it out. But I got them winning by like 1. I think it's going to be like a 21-22 victory for Florida.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true. I think the more logical answer here is definitely Florida 28, Texas A&M 17.
Ooh.
It's not even going to be close.
In College Station.
I think Texas A&M's going to get the kickoff, get a touchdown early. They're going to start celebrating, and they're just going to blow the lead.
That sounds like something Texas A&M would do.
Yeah. That's a bold.
Although I think this microphone's like right in front of my face.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is for all of us.
Right.
But
So
that's a bold but warm take. You know.
that's some good predictions.
All right,
You know what we need to do next week? We need to make like cutouts for Florida. Like you know how you got like to pick them. You can hold the cutout up. Like the team's logo.
That's a good idea.
It's pretty cool.
It's gonna take a lot of effort for sure.
Yeah.
But
Which
next,
I'm not interested
Tell you what,
in.
the last time I watched the Gators play, they had Kyler Murray.
You've never watched a Gator football game.
I think you mean Kyle Trask. Talking about Kyle Trask?
Yeah, it's Kyle Trask.
The white guy?
Not Kyler Murray.
Yeah. He played for Oklahoma. I was about to say.
He's been in the NFL for like 5-6
Yeah.
years.
Maybe 6-7.
6-7. Anyways,
Kyle Trask is a dog.
he is a dog.
Shout out
Sadly,
Kyle
not
Trask.
on a team. Somebody pick him up, please. That's my favorite
What?
quarterback. He's not on a team right now.
I thought the Panthers picked him up.
No, that was like a Falks thing.
Panthers suck right now.
They do. They do.
Anyways, we got number 10 Georgia goes on the road to Auburn. Plays Auburn. Georgia comes out at 3.5 point favorites. Who y'all got?
I still don't think Georgia is going to be a real contender this year either.
What's Auburn ranked at right now?
No, they're not
Unranked.
Unranked. And Georgia's 10.
So I'm gonna go
Where's the
Georgia.
ranking end?
That's just 1 through 25. So I'm gonna go Georgia 32-12. Maybe 32-17. But I don't see that being a very good
You know, like I said, I talk about the Gators a lot, and they don't back down when they're back against the wall. I think Hugh Freeze's boys come out ready. Give me Auburn.
Oh my god.
I got Auburn by 7.
I think
I would say-
that Georgia's overhyped, shouldn't even be ranked right now.
Ooh,
I think Auburn's going to blow them out.
Whoa.
Yes, sir.
43-7. That's my prediction.
All right. If that hits, then I mean,
I got Auburn 24-17. I think it's going to be a close one, but I think Auburn's going to. I think Auburn. Hugh Freeze is on the hot seat, whether people like to admit it or not. I think their backs are against the wall. I don't think they're going to back down. Give me Auburn.
all right.
Next game, we got Ohio State, number 1 in the country, versus number 17 Illinois. At Illinois, OSU comes out at 14.5 point favorites.
I'm gonna go Ohio State. I think Illinois keeps it maybe close for 6-7 for a few. I don't know. Probably going into the second half, I think it'll be kind of close. But I think Ohio State ends up pulling away and they win by 2 scores at least.
Y'all got?
So I'm gonna go Ohio State wins 32-20.
Yeah, Ohio State. Defense. I mean, my biggest thing was their defense all year. They've been phenomenal. Put Texas in their place. I mean, seriously, didn't even give them a shot.
BTA.
I mean, Washington was a team that they thought they could put up some real points, but they only put up 6. So I'm gonna take Ohio State. I'm not gonna take anybody. I'm not gonna make a crazy pick for this one. I'm gonna go Ohio State 25-10.
Personally, I always like to take the underdogs in this case, but who likes Illinois? Nothing good has ever come from there.
Chicago.
I'm definitely taking Ohio here.
All All right.
I think Ohio's going to beat
Good pick.
them.
Good pick.
I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be a 3-tutter, 21-7 maybe.
It's not that.
I don't think they're going to do
That's actually
anything.
not bad.
They play boring football.
Yeah,
Could
they do.
actually be
They
that.
do.
But then we have Alabama, number 8, versus Missouri, number 14. That's gonna be probably the game of the weekend. Could be the
They're
game.
playing at Mizzou as
It's
well.
at Mizzou.
Which is an underrated place to play. I think night game in Mizzou is underrated.
They're coming out at 2.5-point favorites. So-
Mizzou?
No. Alabama. I'm
Oh,
sorry. Alabama's
okay.
2.5-point favorite. So field goal game. That's what Vegas got the line at.
I think this game will be kind of close. I still think Alabama is one of the best teams in football. I think obviously the FSU loss, they're really slept on, but I'm gonna go Alabama gets it done 27-23.
Alabama.
It'll be the score's gonna look close, but I think it'll be a convincing win.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Davey on this one. I do. I'm really hot on Alabama. I think if FSU and Alabama play again at the end of the season, or even right now,
BTA.
it would be about a 3-score game.
Yeah.
Alabama's favor. It was a wet, rainy day in
At
Doak
Doak.
Stadium. I mean,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen. They only lost by 2 tutters.
And they had no film on Castellanos.
Right,
with
and
this.
no one was expecting that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take Alabama as well. I'm going to go similar score. I'm going to go 28-24. Alabama wins by 4. A little bit of a close game considering the crowd noise, but Ty Simpson has shown he can win on the road at Athens. So I'm going to go 28-24 Alabama.
All right, off the time. What you got?
I'm definitely going to say been to Alabama. A lot of racism there. That's all I can say good about them. I definitely going to take here Missouri.
That's
I
what I'm
think
talking
I'm on the same board. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be 14-17 Missouri's favor. I think it's going to be a very slow game, not much, and then they're
Okay.
just going to take it in the fourth quarter with a field goal.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right.
We got 3 more games.
What we got?
Kind of the dumpster fire of the pit. We got FSU versus Pitt. Come out a 10.5-point favorite for FSU.
I mean, I think FSU gets it done, but in a dirty game.
Dirty game.
But I think they get it done 27-15.
Yeah, I mean, FSU's dropped 2. You expect them to bounce back. I don't think so. Give me Pitt. Dude, I am super... I've seen some holes in this FSU defense, and I've been seeing holes in this offense. I think now that they got the film on Castellanos, I really do think Pitt
Yeah.
can win this game. I'm going to go 27-28, 1-point Pitt victory.
In this matchup, I'm definitely going to have to take the Armpits. They're way better. I've definitely seen a better performance from them. And I really hate when FSU wins because Sky gets all up in your face. So for that reason, I'm going to say the Armpits have got this one in the bag. 14-3. Just beat their A.
BTA.
And now
3 points for the Castellano offense?
That's it. Nothing more.
Goodness. We'll see.
then probably the game of the week, Indiana-Oregon. Number 7 versus number 3. Top 10 matchup.
I'm not ready.
Oregon comes out at 7.5-point favorites. What you got, Davey?
I'm not ready to call it the Indiana frauds just yet. But I do think Oregon's going to win this convincingly. So I'm going Oregon 34-20. I'm going to go Oregon.
You know, I love Kurt Serengeti, and I love what he's doing with Indiana. And I really like Dan Lanning, and I love what he's doing at Oregon. Both good coaches. Both got great teams. One's got $1 billion through Nike. Give me Oregon. Oregon's just got the better talent. I think Kurt Serengeti's a great coach. Not taking it away from him. I just think that Oregon's got more talent on that side of the ball. Give me Oregon 40-28.
All right.
I mean, Oregon, honestly, just sounds like a really lame place. I'd never want to go there. But I could say tenfold for Indiana. Who wants to go to Indiana? Like, who cares about that
This
place?
feels like Theo Vaughn pick.
So I definitely say Oregon. I mean, they don't have a lot of laws over there. They probably got some people just growing up, just becoming monsters, and those are the people I want to see on the field.
So you're going Oregon?
Yeah, Oregon's got that.
What's the score prediction?
I don't know, something like 43-12.
BTA
That
for
could
Oregon.
happen.
That could happen.
That could
That's
happen.
what I'm hoping for.
BTA for Oregon.
And then the last game on my docket, Texas-Oklahoma, the Red River Showdown. What you got, Davey?
All right, so they're playing at Texas. I'm not sold on Arch Manning, but I think now is the perfect time to bet on because everybody's doubting Texas. I'm still not sold on them, but everybody's kind of hyping up Oklahoma. They're the number 5 team, they're number 6 team in the country. Like 6-7. I'm just not sold. I think they're frauds. I call Penn State frauds, and you saw it. I think Oklahoma's frauds as well. I'm going to take Texas to win that game, 27-20 to make Oklahoma think, oh, maybe Oklahoma's still kind of legit. I mean, they only lost to Texas by 1 score in a rivalry game. They're not. So I think Oklahoma will still have some hype after this game that maybe they still are legit and have a shot at making the playoffs. They won't. But I think Texas wins this game by 1 score, 27-20.
Right. And you're asking me, I like Texas and I like Oklahoma. I really like Oklahoma. I love what Brent Venables is doing with his dude. A lot of teams this year with their back against the wall. Brent Venables was on the hot seat before
Can you
the
talk
season.
on the mic for me?
Yeah, absolutely. No, you're good. Brent Venables. Brent Venables had his back against the wall. That's Oklahoma's head coach, and people were calling him for him to be fired. I really love what he's doing in Oklahoma. Talking about the game, though, watching that game as a Florida fan, Texas versus Florida, I started off the game hoping our defense was on the field. I ended that game not wanting our defense near the field. Arch Manning got comfortable really quick, and especially it being a home game, Texas is going to be scary. Like I said, I like what both programs are doing, and I think Sarkisian is going to play a big factor in this game. That defense is going to play a big factor in this game. To end my pick, I'm going to go Texas. I'm going to go Texas probably 21-18. It's going to be a close game. I think Texas defense is going to play, and I think Arch is going to do just enough for them to win. Not too much, just enough. 21-18, my score.
I think out of the two, I think this game is going to be a total snooze fest. I think there's going to be a lot of defense going on, not a lot of offense. I think the offense are going to be completely shut down. QB's going to be looking for something that's just not there. They got a lot of bull crap calls that everybody's going to be upset by. Total boring game. I think this game's going to be a low score, something like not even breaking past the teens. Honestly, I'd say something like 14-17, maybe even 14-10.
So you got winning.
I'm going to take definitely Texas here.
Whoa.
Shout out my boy Noah.
Oh, shout out to the Noah band too. I like that pick actually. I really like that pick. I think that's a good take. I mean, you got obviously Oklahoma. Cheers coming off injury. Arch has struggled. I could see that happening for sure, Big Dan.
That's a good pick. And that's all my picks I got for this week. And the last thing I got are just some of the significant poll changes in the recent poll. Miami moves up to number 2 after that convincing win against FSU. Convincing. I mean, it was a convincing when you go on the road and win that game. That's a very impressive game to go win. And our boys from Georgia Tech move up 4 spots.
Yeah.
Number 13. So if they get 2 or 3 more spots, they could probably make in the playoffs.
Well, that's a big game too. Georgia Tech versus Virginia Tech this week. And I definitely got Georgia Tech winning that game. I think we all do. Yeah. You got Georgia Tech beating Virginia Tech, Haynes King.
No, I think Virginia's going to beat it, and it's not going to be close.
Wow. I'm sorry to hear that. But I assume you got Georgia Tech?
Oh, I got Georgia Tech.
All right. I'm going to go Haynes King. 5 total touchdowns.
5 total touchdowns.
5 total touchdowns.
4 rushing, 1 throwing.
No, I'm going to go 2 passing, 3 rushing. And I think this is going to be his push towards that Heisman.
Yeah, dude, I'm kind of over the Haynes King hate and lack of recognition. I mean, you want to make a guy like Joey Aguilar the Heisman candidate. Why not make the guy that's actually valuable for his team? You can't tell me 5 players on that roster, but they're, 6 and 7 in a row? I mean, 7 and 0. They got, nobody. They got a bunch of guys that just want to win. They want to do anything for their team to win.
Yep.
They're bought in. Tennessee ain't locked in.
Nope.
Them boys from Georgia Tech, watch out.
Keep down Georgia Tech until when we have this podcast in week 12, 13, whatever it is that they play Georgia, and when we all pick Georgia Tech to win, when Georgia Tech is 11-0. Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You'll see. Georgia Tech's going to be 11-0 going into that game.
And then when Georgia Tech, look, everyone's going to be late to the party. Everyone's going to be
Georgia
Tech's a real contender. And they beat Georgia. And we've been saying this young.
Yeah.
I've been saying this young since week 1.
Yeah. It took me a minute. It took me going into, Haynes King.
Clemson, yeah.
Yeah, going into that game, right before the game, I was like, you know what? I think Haynes King's the truth. And then they went out and they beat Clemson. So shout out to to Christian for starting the train. I hopped on it pretty early, and I'm glad I did because I got faith in Haynes King.
We're gonna pull the footage.
I
11
definitely
weeks
think,
ago.
Haynes King's overrated. Just gonna say it. I think Haynes King is the Trevor Lawrence of college.
Whoa.
That's a good thing.
We're going
Extremely overrated, and honestly needs to be replaced.
No.
We gotta
All
show
right.
you Haynes King.
Are we good with college?
We're done with college,
All
bro.
right. We're going to recap NFL. Dan, do you want to be around for NFL or you just want to be here for game picks? Huh?
I'll chill here for the recap
Okay.
since I know
So,
one of the game's outcomes.
okay. So, for our NFL recap, we're going to kick it off. I'm going to save the Jags for kind of last because I got a lot to say about that. But just going over some stuff for the past week or so for the NFL. Mac Jones takes down the Rams on the road. Mac Jones may have revived his career. Mac Jones may still have a shot of being a starting quarterback in this league as they get the 26-23 victory on the road in overtime. Kind of think the Rams should have won that game, to be honest with you. I think those poor coaching decisions. I think both of those teams are real contenders in the NFC. We could see them in the NFC Championship, honestly, now that we're seeing the Eagles start to fall off. Because obviously they just lost to the Giants last night. Cam Scatterboo and Jackson Dart seem to be the
What is
the
his
truth.
name?
Cam Scatterboo.
White guy.
Yep, the creatine Caucasians. So we got that game. The Vikings beat the Browns. Carson Wentz
London.
is going to be I'm telling you, Carson Wentz is going to put some good film on. He probably will 3 or 4-1 as a starter, and then when J.J. McCarthy comes back, he's going to suck, and they're going to bench him, and Carson's going to come back and lead the Vikings team. I called it. You'll see. And then the Colts dominate the Raiders. I mean, dominated the Raiders,
Yeah.
40-6. Geno Smith is not the truth.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting over.
40-6. How do you even? You don't
I
even
mean,
get the field goal.
Geno needs to go ahead and just right back.
I
at
mean,
this point.
I'm just, you have all these charities for the people in the Middle East, and we feel for them. But we have a genocide in Raiderstein right now, and it's getting kind of bad, and I'm over it. Geno Smith really does need a right back, dude.
He needs a right back, dude.
Geno Al Smith. I mean, it's worse than Al Qaeda. So it's been bad, and for someone that has GT on their fantasy team, I mean, it's getting ridiculous. At this point, it needs to stop. And throwing 3 interceptions in one game as an NFL QB is kind of ridiculous. I mean, I don't understand. But
Not
it's
only
not.
that, but doing like every single.
That's what I'm saying. I understand if it's a fluke, but you're getting paid tens of millions of dollars to do that. So
I don't know why they haven't benched him. They're 1-4.
I don't know.
They're 1-4.
You got Aiden O'Connell. I don't know.
I don't know. Trade for Gardner Minshew. All right, and then we got the. Is he there still? He might still be there.
I thought he was on the Chiefs.
Pick up
Oh,
Kyle
that's right.
Trask.
You're right. Pick up Kyle Trask.
For real, bro.
That's
That's my
cool.
favorite
Just
player ever. Go get Kyle Trask.
That's a lame pick for a
No, it's
favorite.
not.
No,
player.
it's
That's
not.
ball knowledge.
You had to be there for Gator football with Kyle Trask.
I was.
Bucks win the thriller at
Good.
Seattle. Baker Mayfield.
What they gonna say now?
What they gonna say now?
Didn't Kyle
My
Trask lose to
MVP
LSU?
favorite.
Joe Burrow?
Come on, man. No, we beat Joe Burrow.
No, we did.
They're 1-1. They're 1-1. We beat Joe Burrow, and then we lost Joe Burrow.
Did we lose to him in the championship?
No, we didn't play him. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Anyway,
By the way, we're not 1-1. We're 0-2.
who's
Kyle
Joe?
Trask. Oh, Joe. Sorry, I was thinking about LSU.
I'm talking about Joe
No, you're
Burrow.
right.
Yeah,
Was it Joe Burrow with LSU?
yeah. He came to the swamp and we beat him, and then he beat us next year. So we were 1-1 versus them.
Only team to play with that team the whole year. But
Yeah,
go ahead.
but that, I mean, we lost that game 42-28, but it was
A lot close.
Yeah.
That's a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah,
I
that's,
mean,
we were within.
They
one
got a
score.
garbage time touchdown.
Yeah,
and we got stopped on the 1 yard line. At the
We
end
were
of the
up
game.
in that game, I think, in the third quarter.
Halftime, we tied it up.
Yeah,
And then we went up because we got ball first. I think.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was a shootout for sure.
We were in that game. We were leading that game. We gave LSU that year the most trouble than anybody.
Clarify, we were leading and lost.
I'm saying we put up a good fight.
Yeah, that team's the best
Everybody-
team of all time.
For
so.
example, they played Jalen. You know Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
They played Oklahoma when Jalen Hurts was on that team, and Joe Burrow and LSU beat them by 40 points. They put up like almost
Same
70.
thing with like Trevor Lawrence and them.
Yeah,
They
when Trevor
smoked
played him,
Trevor.
Clemson-
Gave Trevor his first loss.
Yes, that was Trevor and Clemson were undefeated that year going into the national championship. and they had just tore up everybody, and they beat them by like 3 touchdowns. So that LSU team is probably the greatest ever in my opinion.
For sure.
But yeah, Bucks win. Bucks were down by a touchdown with just a few minutes to go. But unfortunately for Seattle, Baker Mayfield is on the other side of that field. So Baker Mayfield comes out, drives down the field, touchdown. They get the stop on defense, and then they kick the game-winning field goal. Shout out Baker Mayfield, still my MVP pick.
Yeah, I don't understand the Baker Mayfield hate I'm getting from a lot of people.
I don't know.
He's top 5. Like, I don't see how you can't say he's
Going
top
into
5.
this year, I already said he was like right there of entering the top 5.
He's a top 5, top 3 QB.
I don't know. Now you got to discuss top 3.
Lamar's not there.
Now
It
you
ain't
gotta,
Patty.
That's what I'm saying.
You got
gotta-
Josh Allen. That's the only QB better.
I'm taking Josh Allen.
Josh Allen's the only clear-cut player that's just better than Baker Mayfield right
I've
now.
been saying that from the start of the season.
Dano has been saying that. And then speaking of Josh Allen,
Take that L. Hold that L. I like
Josh Allen took an L this week to
I like
Pats and
Josh
Drake
Allen,
May.
though.
Meanwhile, old Baker Mayfield's going out to Seattle on the West Coast. He's traveling across the country to whoop
For
that
real.
tail, throwing for 380 yards, 2 touchdowns. And I think he had as many touchdowns as incompletions, which is ridiculous. So yeah, Bucks take the win against Seattle. A beat up Seattle defense. They're struggling with injuries right now. So that kind of covers most of last week's NFL games. We had a few other ones that don't really matter that much. In games that were blowouts or expected to win, but right now the Jaguars sit at 4-1 along with the Colts. at
This
4-1.
whole recap page is just the Jags game.
No, that's the whole top. All this.
See, the majority of his page is just the Jags.
Yeah.
The
I got a
other
lot-
part is just saying.
Got a
who's
lot
won.
to say.
I got a lot to say. So before we get into the Jags game, as we get into it, I need one more Duval. You ready? Duval!
I will
Let's go.
chant that when Trevor Lawrence is good, or we get rid of Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
No
We're
matter
going to
what
go
you
into
say,
that because
he's,
I'm tired of the hate.
He's old. He's old news. Not
He's
good.
actually getting a little up there. He's 26 now. Just getting near his
I'm
30.
just
something.
when is
He's
his
got
prime
like
gonna
10
happen?
years.
Was his prime in college? Because it's not in the NFL.
All right.
I haven't seen it yet.
No, we gonna go over that. So, obviously, Jaguars hosted the Kansas City Chiefs, the defending AFC champions, in Duval Monday Night Football, and it didn't start out too hot.
Not at all. We were there. All three of
Jags,
us.
yeah,
It,
we were at the game.
it was hurting.
We showed up
listening
for
to
Duval.
these
Nasty Chiefs fans.
and the same people who screamed "Home of the Chiefs" and then just
Yeah.
got their ass
Nah, I wasn't-
destroyed.
Hey, even if I was a Chiefs fan, I wouldn't do this. So when they sing the national anthem, I'm sure people probably know this. Honestly, I think I
didn't
knew
know-
this. I just
didn't know
forgot.
this.
I did
When
not
they
know
sing
this.
the
I was
national
totally
anthem,
caught
when
off
they
guard.
say "Home of the Brave," they don't say "Home of the Brave." They say "Home of the Chiefs," and I don't mess with that one bit.
It's not
That's
disrespecting
disrespecting
the
America. I don't. Yeah, disrespecting the anthem. I don't mess with that one bit. I honestly don't even mind the Chiefs. Chiefs are actually.
Now hang on.
I don't hate the Chiefs.
Objection. He's shit talking the Chiefs all the time.
I
There's
do
not
when
a
we
time he's
play
not
them.
talking bad about.
I don't hate Mahomes. I don't hate the Chiefs, honestly.
I,
But
you're lying.
during that game, obviously I did. But, yeah, so wasn't a fan of that. We start out, we're down 14-0. The offense didn't look bad, honestly, to start that game. We had the 3-and-out to start, but after that, we went right down the field. The fumble on the goal line, I think that was BS. I think Trevor was over the line, but there was no conclusive evidence, so obviously you can't overturn it, but just unfortunate. But before this game, I said if we're gonna win this game, and if we're gonna have a chance to really make this a game and win, the penalties were such a key. I said that, if we had less than 7 penalties, we're absolutely winning this game. The Jaguars lead the NFL in penalties and penalty yards. This week, coming off the Niners game, I believe we had 12 penalties for over 100 yards. This Chiefs game, 4 penalties for 25 yards. I said it week after week after week. Every time we have a glaring issue that is costing us games, or just not even costing us games, but just clearly needs to be fixed, I said, Liam Cohen's going to fix it. And he did it with the drops. And the next thing was the penalties. I said, I promise you, Liam Cohen's going to fix this. So round of applause for Liam Cohen once again. Right when everything that needs to be corrected, I know that dude's going to get it right.
He's
I
a
love
run-on
that dude.
sentence as a person.
What?
I gotta say, Liam Cohen, definitely my favorite head coach the Jags have had in a long time.
Not Urban Meyer?
Not Urban Meyer.
I didn't go to a game. I boycotted that.
I definitely think
was at
that
the Bills game when we
Liam
beat them.
Cohen has revolutionized the team. And what sucks is that he came into the team looking like an absolute buffoon. My first thing I saw of him was him looking like an idiot, like looking like he's molesting the microphone, going Duval, and then proceeded to make us one of the greatest versions of the Jags we've ever seen. So I like that. I like Liam Cohen. You know what I don't like? I don't like our QB. You know why? Now listen to me here. You're saying all this about him. You're saying he won us the game. He didn't win us the game because you don't win the game by tripping over yourself at the goal
He
line.
didn't trip over himself.
Okay,
What is he supposed to do?
he tripped, fell on the
He
ground.
didn't trip. He
Okay,
got
what did he-
stomped on. His right guard. What is Patrick Mahomes going to do? Patrick Mahomes probably would have stayed down.
I didn't see that. So his teammate
So
stepped
when
on his
he
foot.
took the snap, the right guard stepped on his foot. So when he went back to play action, he just dropped to the ground because the dude's a 400-pound lineman stepped
Still,
for 300.
he tried to get up and then fell again, costing us another couple
Adversity
seconds.
is a privilege.
Okay.
Not done.
So either way, even if we're disregarding that clown of a play that somehow worked out, we got him throwing straight piss missiles straight into the defenders. And we just have our boy Travis Hunter jumping over them, catching it, and thank God he didn't drop that, because if he dropped that, we lost that again.
Okay.
But that whole play there was obnoxious, dude. There was no way he should have caught it. And the throwing was terrible. The only reason he caught it was because of how high Travis Hunter jumped, dude. He
Okay.
should not have got that.
Although I disagree with 99% of what you just said, I do agree with that. I don't know what Trevor was doing. Honestly, any other receiver
Said
on
I'd
there-
agree with 99%.
Well, yeah,
But
he
then
played
agreed with the
he
one thing
played
I
a
just
great
said.
game. That was his one mistake. His one mistake was,
I don't know.
why you're in double coverage. I mean, Travis had him beat. I know what Trevor was going for, but he underthrew him by like 10 yards. So that was just a retarded throw by Trevor. I don't know what he was
Can't say
thinking.
that word anymore.
But
But
retard.
I
But
definitely think it was a
stupid
bad throw.
Yeah,
but
I don't know what he was thinking.
that's
But-
not even it. That's not my worst. That's not the worst. My biggest problem with him is that he doesn't see who's open, and he gets tunnel vision.
Yeah.
It's like he spots someone, he's like, okay, I'm going to throw it to them. The whole other side of the field could have no defenders on it, and he wouldn't
Yeah,
notice.
I agree with dude. That's a great point because I remember Travis Hunter being open a lot, and he forces the ball to BTJ because BTJ is his number one guy. I get it, but I remember in specific, there's a slant route going across or a crossing route going across the middle of the field, and just Travis was probably wide open 5 yards.
He was.
It
He
just
was.
feels like
I think
he's
twice.
forcing it into contending, and
But-
that could risk interceptions, which one interception can ruin a game.
But here's
Just
the
like it
thing.
did for the Chiefs. The Chiefs, if we didn't get that interception pick six, we wouldn't have won. And it's not even close, because they would have scored, been up another touchdown. So even if we had the same amount of points, they would have been too far gone. We couldn't have caught up.
I mean, I'm just going to say something and kind of quiet this game. I'm just kind of gathering my thoughts. So, I mean, just kind of going in a different direction. Something's got to be done about these refs. I mean, seriously.
That's true.
So, I understand the Trevor Lawrence call was a toss-up. First drive of the game, you stall out because your running back gets tackled
Yeah.
before the ball is. It wasn't close. It was
As
just,
the ball was coming out of Trevor's hand, ETN's already getting hit. It's like,
Are we serious?
yeah.
And then you have a pick play on the end zone that you threw a flag on, and you let 4 Chiefs players walk up,
Which is
and
not-
argue
you're not
with
allowed to
you.
do
You're
that,
not.
by
You
the
can't
way.
talk to the ref. You can't. They always say, "You back up, back up." Then you
But not
pick
to-
the flag up.
Not the King Mahomes though.
No,
They
then
ain't
you
gonna
pick
let-
the flag up, and it was bad. And people are saying, "Oh, did you not see the penalty count? The Chiefs had 13 penalties. They should have had more."
They should have had 17
For sure.
at least.
You have Jawan Taylor on your team. You only got 1 holding call. I don't believe it.
One false start call either.
Yeah, dude.
Should have more, but
I don't believe it.
But just to go into more of the statistics, obviously T-Law was 18 of 25, 221, 1 tutter, 1 pick. Interception shouldn't have happened. I don't care if that's the incompletion there. I mean, Parker Washington, obviously it's a timing route. So Trevor's got it out before Parker even makes his cut. But Parker was going to make that cut and be there. But you can't really make a cut if you're getting hit sticked before you even look for the ball. So horrible miss by. I mean, the comment that Joe Buck was talking about on the broadcast.
Yeah, it was,
everybody in the stadium was. I mean, it was blatant. It was blatant.
It was pretty bad.
That was the worst call of the whole game.
It's pretty rough.
yeah. I think Chris Jones needs to have some self-reflection. And the Chiefs,
Yeah,
that was ridiculous. Giving up on a play like that. It's the National Football League. He's not down when he hits the ground.
He
knows that.
That's a vet too.
He's not stupid. He knows that. Why would you give up like that? You just lost your team the game. You had an opportunity to make that tackle, even if you die for him and miss.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
and you got to think
horrible.
too how crucial that interception is, because if the refs call that the Jags had just gotten the stop on Kansas City. We're up 21-24, or 21-14. We have the ball, and you set them up with another 15 or probably 10 yards with that penalty, or I guess a spot foul, so it'd have been like 8 yards, whatever, 6, 7. Either way, you're getting automatic first down, and there was, I don't know how many minutes left in the game. It was the fourth quarter, though. You're up by a touchdown. You have the ball. The offenses look good all day. We could just go down the field and score there and close this game out.
I think,
honestly,
and I think
it wouldn't have had to come down to the trip 6.
Right. And I think Jacksonville's got to do a better job. The only thing I could say, they just got to do a better job of the run blocking game. Trevor Etienne really didn't have a chance to do nothing huge. It's very uncharacteristic of him not to break off a 20-yard run the whole game.
Yes, but at the
It
same
seems
time,
like it.
they really, when you look at the stats, they really didn't run the ball a ton,
I
because
know.
a lot of those drives, that game, because I talked about, I had on my parlay, I had Trevor over 30 pass attempts, because he had 31 or more in every single game. This game he had 25. And it's not because of turnovers or we couldn't execute or anything like that. There was just a lot of long, lengthy drives in this game, honestly. I mean, we ran the ball. Tootin had 4 carries for, I think, 12 yards. Etienne had 12 carries for 49, which is not, I mean, that's not bad.
It's not bad. It's about 5 yards a carry.
That's
I mean,
almost
that's
5
good.
yards a carry. That's
but
not bad.
What I'm trying to say is that maybe if you give him 7 more carries, if you give him 18
But I don't think there was
carries-
that many opportunities to even do
No,
that.
I mean,
Because
that-
Trevor only threw the ball
I
25
get it.
times.
But I'm just saying, it comes down to the O-line. We were at the game. There really wasn't anywhere to go in the run game. That's what I'm trying to say. Everything was stopped up. Etienne kept having to fall forward for 4 yards. There was no chance to make it. Well, I'm not trying to say that he had a bad game. I'm not trying to say we didn't run the ball good. I'm trying to say it was really uncharacteristic to not see our offensive lineman get to the second level, get to the linebacker, get to the corners, and bust off a 20-yard run.
Yeah.
He just didn't do it. And I'd like to see that, because that's normally what gets us going on like a third and 4. We get downhill and we're actually getting a push on the offensive line, and then Etienne just gets into a little bit of space is all he needs, and he's out of there. And I just like to see that a little bit more.
We did have 3 sacks allowed. I'm not really counting the third one, because that was where Trevor. I don't really. You got to throw the ball away there. I don't know what he was doing.
That was.
Honestly,
I think all of those runs
he had
were.
an insane rushing game, so I guess he was just trying to be like, I am Lamar Jackson. Let me take off, and then took a 4-yard loss on the last drive of the game. So that was just stupid. But overall, the offense really did not play bad at all.
No, they didn't.
I think probably overall this was our cleanest game on offense, to be honest with you, because you only had the 1 turnover, and that was just because of the missed call. Or I guess 2 turnovers because of the fumble on the goal line.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just hoping for Trayvon to get healthy. I mean, I don't want him to come back too early, but that hurt us. No, we didn't really have any pass rush.
Zero pressure.
Mahomes kind of did whatever he wanted.
He had all day.
I mean, but that's the thing.
day.
It's so hard, and I'm so surprised that they only got 24 points. But here's what I'm trying to say. I mean, they had all the time to throw. They were running for like 6 yards a carry with Pacheco and Kamara. Kamara killed us the whole game. Not Kamara.
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt killed us the whole game. And I don't know if it's Andy Reid trying to get too cocky with it. Throwing at the 3-yard line when you're getting 6 yards of carry just doesn't seem like a good decision on second down.
Devin Lloyd, Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, I don't see how that guy doesn't win Defensive Player of the Year. That dude's been awesome. He's been calling
A lot
plays.
of people
He's
saying
been
Nick
great.
Benito.
Who's that?
He's a defensive end for the Broncos. He's got 7 sacks through 5 games. So
That's pretty impressive.
obviously pretty impressive, but I don't know. I think
Broncos
I
aren't
think
good at
4
football.
I
That's
think
the
4
problem.
they just. Oh, they're 3-2.
They beat the Eagles, but so did the Giants, and the Giants beat them by 2 touchdowns, pretty convincingly.
I think they'll be up there, but I don't think they're.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying they'll probably go 9-8. They'll probably be up there with the Steelers.
That's it. Let's see them winning 11 games.
I don't see 11. I think they win 9
Who?
games. The Broncos and Bo Nix.
Mm.
But I think Sean Payton's a decent coach. But
And then,
Yeah.
just last stat was BTJ did have 4 catches for 80 yards. One of those catches obviously being when it mattered most. That was
awesome. But that was a
ridiculous.
great ball by Trevor.
Ridiculous.
Trevor put it right in the bucket.
That was. I think that has to be the best throw I've ever seen Trevor make. I don't know. Maybe the Marvin Jones touchdown against the Colts in his rookie year might have been better, but. I mean, talk about the safety's right there.
Right.
The corner's right on him. Puts his hand up and just drops it in a bucket. I think that's probably the best throw I've ever seen Trevor Lawrence
Can I just say something real quick? I just want to let everyone know that we're watching that I've said this for a couple weeks now, and I can gladly say Hitler's dead. Tyson Campbell's been traded. It's over. It's over.
I was about to bring that up.
Oh, okay.
The Jags did trade for Greg Newsome, which I was a huge fan of. Him and Trevor obviously have some chemistry already, with Trevor Lawrence throwing the interceptions to Greg Newsome already when we played the Browns just a couple
Maybe
years
you can play
ago.
receiver.
Yeah,
He
maybe
won't
both.
drop it.
But Tyson Campbell, I wish you the best in Cleveland.
Yeah, man. I don't.
You
wish
go to
nothing
bed
bad for
warm.
him.
You go to the bed 4-1 on the Jacksonville Jaguars, and you wake up to being a Cleveland Brown, and you're 1-4. So
Tyson Campbell, wasn't he the guy who played back in our 2018 season? He was our lineman.
no, he's a corner, but he's been with us for a little bit.
I could have sworn, wasn't he super
Oh,
good?
you
Is
think
he just
Calais
out of
Campbell.
Calais Campbell?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Calais Campbell. But just to say something,
wasn't he super good?
I think this is one of the most fair, even trades I've seen in a while. I think
I
Tyson
don't think it
Campbell
was at all. I
No.
think we fleeced.
No,
the
no,
Browns.
because here's what I'm trying to say.
We got picks
So-
for him too.
But we run a lot of zone, and our corners have to be more like Jordan Lewis kind of style. Tyson's too big. That's all I gotta say about Tyson Campbell. He's a phenomenal tackler on the end. If there's a DB on our team that I hope that we have open space with, and we need this tackle, I want it to be Tyson Campbell. But our corners have to cover, and he's
Yeah.
not a strong coverage guy.
He gave
and
up
that's
a
the
lot
bottom
of
line.
big plays.
He like against the Texans. That shit was on him. If we had lost that game,
Which he made up for.
he made up for it. But
But
against
still.
the Bengals, Jamar Chase ate his lunch. Everyone's eating on his clock. McMillan should have had a touchdown, but Tyson held him.
Yes,
I mean,
yes, but
everyone ate on
look at
Tyson's
the,
lunch,
look at the
bro.
receivers you're naming. These are the best receivers in the
McMillan,
NFL.
Jamar Chase,
Yes.
Nico Collins
Yes.
in a zone coverage. How you get beaten zone?
That was just a busted zone, but
It wasn't a
those
busted
you
zone.
just named 2 of the best receivers in the NFL.
Nico Collins is one of the best receivers
He's
in the NFL.
easily top 10, absolutely.
He's not top 10.
Okay. He led the NFL in receiving last year.
We're talking about this year. We're talking about a Texans team that has one of the worst.
Okay.
You only have to cover him for
He's
2
still
seconds.
he's top 5 in
Dude,
yards this year.
The minute CJ Stroud gets the ball, he's under pressure. Or they're getting a
And
holding
he's
call.
still getting no.
What do you
Nico
mean, no?
Collins.
I'm saying that his
There's no
production's
way.
going to go down because the offensive line is horrible. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that he can. That's
But
like
that's not. But he's still a top 10 receiver.
that's like saying, oh yeah, I'm the best D lineman in the league, but my team's giving up 40 points a game.
Okay, that's like saying Jamar Chase is no longer a top 10 receiver because
He might not. Like he's like number 8 because his QB sucks. I'm not saying that, but his QB blows.
we're
and his
never
offense-
going to agree on this, so we're going to move on. From
Okay.
that. But yeah, the Jaguars. I love Gladstone. Another huge move bringing in Greg Newsome. I think he's going to fit our offense or our defense much better. That's our GM.
He's a dog.
He's an oil farmer. I'll tell you that. That dude.
Fuck them picks.
But and look at Tank Bigsby. Everybody was kind of like, dang, we traded Tank Bigsby, and
I can't wait. I want to see
that
Cody
dude could
Schrader.
not be more buns.
I want to see
on the
Cody
Eagles.
Schrader play, bro. Like seriously, I hope he actually.
Yeah,
gets some
I would
snaps.
like to. I just don't see him.
He
get
was
a
a
chance.
dog at Missouri.
He's running back 4 though. He's just not going to get a chance unless you have some.
He was a
injuries.
dog at Missouri. He's the only, he's the only player in that Kirby Smart like defensive era to actually get over 100 yards rushing in a game against him. That's pretty
Dang,
impressive.
That is wild.
He played for Missouri too.
So obviously, a really great game. Monday Night Football. Devin Lloyd with a ridiculous kick return or interception return. I mean, for a touchdown. Defensive Player of the Year in my book. Trevor 10 carries, 54 yards, 2 touchdowns. Obviously, which is great to see because at the beginning of the year, a reporter asked Liam Cohen about Trevor being involved in the run game, and again, he said. That's something we want to look for later on in the year, but right now we're just getting the offense adjusted. But that's something you'll start to see more of going forward.
I think there's something
And
we're
we did.
overlooking here.
My two biggest problems in the Jags-Chief game, watching it, that were just like painful to watch every time, was the line on both sides for us.
Yeah.
Our pressure on their O-line was so weak. We were
pretty
given
bad.
Patrick
Goose eggs.
Mahomes could have minutes to throw the ball if he wanted.
Where's
to.
Khalil Sanders at?
Nobody was getting
Not
through that.
getting time.
I think we sacked him once.
We didn't even get a sack. 0 sacks.
Which, for me, out of every Jags game I've ever watched, there's always a lot of sacks.
Had him one time, but then he broke out.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was wild.
It's
That's
just,
just-
it's terrible.
It
We've
is.
got no pressure. And then on the offensive side, dude, I think the reason Trevor's running so much isn't because they're getting him more active in the run game. I think it's because dude wasn't even there for 2 seconds before he had someone on him. He got the ball, and if it wasn't out already, he was either running or just throwing it at the ground. There was no time at all. I don't think
He
that
was
they're
getting pressured a
intentionally
good bit.
giving him running games. I think it's just because of how bad our O-line is.
Well, I think, yeah, it's a mixture. I mean, the one design read option on that first down was great. I want to see more read options for Liam Cohen. But, yeah, I agree. The offensive line didn't look great. It still is playing at a really high level considering who we were playing against. And as far as the defensive line, yeah, Trayvon Walker obviously wasn't there, so that had a big factor. And then, obviously, that's one of the best offenses in the league.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
which is no excuse because obviously fortunately, there is no we got to play the Chiefs. Like, oh, we have to play them. Like, they're a powerhouse. There is no, oh, we're going to have to play Seattle. Now it's, you boys got to play Duval.
For real.
You boys got to play the Jags. That's how we have to think of it going forward. We beat the Chiefs. We're 4-1. We're tied for the best record in the NFL. There's no more excuses. Now it's like, okay, you've proven you can compete. Now you're up there. Now you're the hunted. We can't play the hunters anymore. We're the hunted.
Which is exactly why I hate to see Trevor Lawrence making silly ass plays.
I
Because
think
if
Trevor
we're supposed
played
to be a professional team,
Well, here's the
that's
thing.
supposed to be above everybody else.
But here's the thing. I mean,
Well, let me say this.
go ahead, say it.
I said I trusted Liam Cohen to fix all the glaring issues, right? We did that with the run game. The run game was abysmal last year. He fixed that.
Yep.
Right? Then I complained about the drops. We're killing ourselves with these drops. And I said, I count on Liam Cohen to fix it. He fixed it. And then the penalties are the next big thing that were killing us. I said, we got to fix the penalties if we're going to win good football games and continue to grow. And he fixed it. Now the most glaring thing, Trevor Lawrence. He's going to fix it. He fixed Baker Mayfield. He's going to fix Trevor. Trevor's going to keep getting better. I believe that.
Baker Mayfield. Where did Liam Cohen come from?
So Baker Mayfield was at the Panthers, and they wouldn't even let him start. He was so bad. And then he went to Tampa, and basically they were just giving – this is kind of his last-ditch effort to even be in the NFL. And Liam Cohen was their offensive coordinator, and Coach Baker Mayfield made him one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. So,
Dang.
Yeah, I just think people have like this false sense of Trevor, and I think the Jaguars are guilty of this. And I think if they would have known, they might not even drafted him. Trevor's not going to throw for 300 yards a game.
we don't
We
need
have
him
to,
to, though.
We have
I
to
like
accept
that.
that. We have to accept that as a team, and our team philosophy. We run a lot of bootleg. We don't go out the shotgun and drop back as much. We're under center. We're going to run it, play action.
That's
play
fine.
action. Our main goal is to be boring and dink and dunk. Trevor's going to throw for 250 at most, and hopefully not turn the ball over.
Which
And
is fine, though. That's,
I was telling, yeah, that's fine. Right?
that's why
Nothing wrong
Trevor
with
will
that.
probably never win MVP,
But-
which is completely fine.
but
Because
here's
he
my
doesn't
thing.
have to be the most
Here's
valuable
my-
player.
and
It's
this
a
is-
team. It's not one
and
player.
At first, like I said, he throws the pick, and I'm upset, and I see the video, and it's really not his fault. I get that, but let's take that aside for a second. He throws a pick. He knows it's on him. Even if it's not his fault, he threw the ball. It was interception. What does he do? Does he quit? No, he doesn't quit. He goes and plays a great game.
He's a
And
competitor.
then on the last drive of the game, we get the ball at the 40. Great return by who is it? Tuden or was
Well,
it?
no, they kicked it out of bounds.
That's right. The kid out of bounds. We get at the 40. You need a touchdown. You're down 4. Who's your guy? You're paying what? We're paying like $100 million a year, or not for the contract?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. This is your guy, dude. Deep ball, Brian Thomas Jr. out route. Was it
De'Ami
Brimstone?
Brown.
De'Ami Brown out route. go down, throws another ball, pretty good ball to Brian Thomas Jr., gets the flag, gets it at the 1, falls down. He doesn't sit there and dive on the ball, stay down, give himself up. He gets up, breaks 2 tackles, dives into the end zone.
Touchdown.
He don't give up.
The
I mean,
true six.
the dude does not give up. He throws a pick, and the game's on him. Jags fans are cussing him out everywhere. Fucking Trevor throws a pick when we're up a touchdown, gives the Chiefs the ball at the 25. He don't give up, man, and I gotta respect him.
And I
think
ain't
that's
giving
what
up on him.
And that's what Duval stands for, bro. We're a bunch of hardworking people. Everyone here works, and
Duval till we
he's
die.
he's putting it on the line. All right, a guy that thinks so highly of himself is just sitting there on the ground, giving himself up. We're gonna run another play. No, he gets up, breaks a tackle from a D lineman, breaks a tackle from a linebacker, dives into the end zone, taking a hit in the end zone.
Beautiful.
Gets up, pumped up. That's my quarterback, man. And if you don't love him, screw you, man.
And
That's
honestly,
my guy, bro.
Honestly, the defense didn't get enough credit.
No, bro.
23 seconds the Chiefs had. And I know they lost 7 because the return. I don't know what that. Their special teams are stupid. I don't know why they don't let that be a touchback or whatever and not return it. And then you got 23 seconds. Why would you take 7 seconds off the clock? I don't know. But still, 16 seconds against the Chiefs with 3 timeouts, that's an eternity, bro.
Yeah.
And that defense, what did we give up? 10 yards because we let up intentionally, just a little 5-yard or 10-yard slant. So
I mean,
shout out
to
to
the MVP play that we're overlooking right now. Y'all haven't mentioned it. It was the play that really made the game what it was. Back-to-back timeouts.
Yep, true.
I think they
Truly
did it on
a
purpose.
wonderful play.
No.
It was so impressive.
I mean-
it honestly made my heart
They
melt.
definitely did it on purpose. They just
I'm
wanted
wondering.
to timeout.
Yeah. I
Because
mean, it could be,
the flag didn't matter. You know what I mean?
yeah, at that point. But either way, it was good to see. I
It was
like-
really funny.
Yeah.
Made me
Yeah,
laugh.
That's pretty funny.
Move
uh,
back, you suck.
Oh
Yeah, there was a lot of
See that lady that was
laughing
in
in
the
the
Jags
faces.
game, screw you.
Yeah.
You kind of ruined it.
Yeah, screw that lady that was in front of us. That was talking crap. And
Yeah.
screw the dude beside me that was
Yeah.
really drunk and kept like.
And screw the lady that threw the water bottle at the Jags
For real.
fan.
Oh my.
Yeah.
You were the worst.
And
I
shout
flicked
out
you
to the-
off. You deserved
The
it.
best opposing fan I've ever seen in my life. I don't know the dude's name.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah,
he was a
the
Navy
Chiefs guy.
SEAL. He was wearing a Trevor Lawrence jersey. Not a Trevor Lawrence, a Patrick Mahomes jersey. He was a
Yeah.
Chiefs fan. Nicest dude ever. He was like helping Jags fans out with harassing Chiefs fans.
The water bottle lady, to clarify.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. It was
Great
great to
day.
see. So shout out to
Great
that Chiefs fan. Every other Chiefs fan sucks, basically.
Wonderful game to watch.
Yeah.
Super
So
entertaining.
let's go into
Next week.
our last segment is our predictions for this upcoming week.
I think
we'll,
I got this
We'll leave
down.
the Jags last for because I got a lot to say. But this is just some key matchups because there's some games in there that just like, oh, Steelers are playing the Browns. Oh,
Yeah,
or
we're not
like the
full.
Bengals and the Dolphins. Like, okay. Anyway, we got Lions.
Dolphins Super Bowl contenders. Honestly, I'm not sure why he's hating.
Shout out Darren Waller.
Shout out Darren Waller. Lions versus Chiefs in Arrowhead. I believe that's
Arrowhead.
Sunday Night Football. Christian Sutton, what you got?
I'm gonna start it off. Like I said, Chiefs coming off loss, but they're also coming off winning against the Ravens the week before. Like I said, we played. I've heard people say online we played the Chiefs 10 times. Their Chiefs are going to win 8 times. I don't think so.
No.
But I do think the Chiefs are a really good team. I don't think they're a bad team. I think the Chiefs do bounce back. They go 3-3. I'm gonna take the Chiefs in there. I'm gonna take the Chiefs at home. Patrick Mahomes is just gonna be the factor to win the game and lose the game. But he's only thrown 2 picks all year. One of them to the Jaguars, but very solid. So I'm gonna take the Chiefs. I'm gonna take the Chiefs 28-20.
Hey, Dan.
Here's the thing.
Write this
What's
down,
the
Dave.
Chiefs' record right now?
What do you say?
I said Chiefs 28-20. I write mine down so we have them for
Yeah,
next
I
week.
got you.
Go ahead, Daniel. I'm sorry.
What's the Chiefs' record right now?
2-3.
2-3.
Here's the thing. I think the reason Patrick Mahomes didn't play that good. Well, don't get me wrong. He played a crazy game. They still lost it. That's why I'm saying as good. I think the issue with Patrick Mahomes is I think he's trying to play with the team, and he just doesn't have the same team that he used to have. Not even to mention Travis Kelce's old, and he's old news.
That's fair.
He's
No,
fallen
I'm
out
not-
of line.
not
I don't
disagreeing.
think Travis Kelce is as good as he used to be. Don't get me wrong. He's still a good tight end, but he's no longer the best tight end. And I just think that is solidified over the Jags game. Because really, I think over the Jags game, he really didn't do much.
He had
that I
a couple.
can
He had
recall.
2 catches for like 15 yards.
But that's
Kelsey?
it.
He had 6 catches for like 70 yards and a touchdown.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he caught
It didn't seem like it. It's also it is so hard.
It
to
is
keep-
much different when you're in.
Yeah, when
the
you're in the stadium.
Travis
like,
Hunter locked him up that one play.
Yeah.
On third down. That's pretty
But
solid.
still, like I'm saying, I think that his team is just falling apart. I think this next week he's going to do a lot of targeting. I don't think there's going to be a lot of spread. And I think he's going to run the ball a lot as well because I don't think he trusts his receivers.
Detroit's
as
pretty
much.
good though. Detroit's like.
I
4-1.
think it's going to be a really close game. I think it's going to be something like 14-17, maybe 14-21. And I'm going to say Chiefs favor.
So you got Chiefs 21-14.
Yeah, I'd say
Okay.
21-14 Chiefs here.
Love Dan Campbell though. Love Jared Goff.
I do too. And I want to pick the Chiefs. And I feel like they will bounce back. And I feel like they do have a really good offense. But I just can't help but pick the Lions. I just feel like they are the best team in football right now. I think that week 1 loss to the Packers shook them up. And they just have dominated everyone since then. This is a huge game for them. Even though it's like, obviously Chiefs are 2-3. But again, the Chiefs' name holds a lot of value when Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are there, no matter their records.
Seriously.
So I think it's going to be a really tough game for them. I think it's going to be their biggest challenge yet. But I do have the Lions winning. I'm going to go 34-28. Lions win.
Write that down.
I'm going to go back and watch the footage and just do it.
Okay.
All right.
But-
What's our next game?
Our next game is going to be Niners-Bucks. Let's keep in mind Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Bucky Irving all out against the Niners. So that's their Bucks'
Are they-
top 2 receivers and their starting running
Are
back.
they
are
playing
down.
in Tampa Bay or?
I think they're playing. I don't know actually.
Yeah. So
I can't remember.
that's all right. So I'm just gonna in my head I'm gonna
I
call
think
it
it's at Tampa.
I'm gonna call it a neutral site game in my head just because I don't know. So I'm just gonna think about who's the better team. And in the National Football League, crowd noise matters, but it's not a defining factor. So, like you said, you got Mike Evans out, Chris Godwin out, and Bucky Irving out. That's a lot of key factors. You still got Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
But I'm going to pick the Niners. I just think the Niners are going to come back. Fred Warner has got to control that defense. And that defense is really good. Just because the Jaguars put up X amount of points on them doesn't mean that defense isn't really good. That defense is solid. I think they're going to do things. I think Kyle Shanahan is probably the best play caller in football besides Andy Reid. I like the Niners in this matchup just because, not saying that I love Baker Mayfield. We talked about it at the beginning.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield's losing too much this week. I'm going to take the Niners. I'm going to take the Niners a little bit closer of a game. I'm going to say 21-14.
How long has Baker Mayfield been in the game? It's been a long time, right?
He was drafted in 2017. Or no,
2018.
2017 draft.
Okay.
Because I know he's been in for a while. The reason I know this is because I
No,
played with him in
2018
Madden
draft,
Mobile.
'cause it's the same year we drafted Taven Bryan. 2018. So he's been in the league 7 years.
Right. Like I said, only reason I know this is because I drafted him in Madden Mobile, and it's been a long time since I played that game. So, I'm saying,
He's a vet at this point.
honestly, in comparison of the two teams, I don't know. I feel like Baker
Both 4-1.
Mayfield out here has been, like, y'all talking about him being a top contender. Davey, actually, at the start of the season, before week 1, in the preseason, he said that he thought Baker Mayfield was going to be the MVP of the season. And honestly, a contender for top 5 quarterbacks of all time. That's what Davey said. And
I
this
don't know if I
is
said all time.
you did.
Okay.
I remember because it was an argument with my dad because my dad was
No,
saying
we were talking
it's
about,
not even
we were talking
close.
about in the league at the current moment, not all time.
You sure?
I promise I never.
But
said
either
that.
way.
I love Baker Mayfield. I would never say he's top 5 all time.
But I think this week, all those players being out is going to be the chance that he gets, and I think he's going to take it and show that he's actually good, or if he's bad.
Well,
And I'm going to take the Buccaneers,
I like that. I like that pick a lot.
and I'm going to say that's
Niners are coming off a huge win against the Rams. What? Did you finish?
this guy.
You picked, didn't you? You said Bucks.
What score did I say?
You said 21-14, I thought.
That was me.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Unacceptable. 17-10. I think that's going to be the ending score.
I think this is going to be a really good game. Honestly, looking over these, this game the Niners Bucks and the Lions Chiefs are both going to be really great games, I think. Baker's facing a lot of adversity this week. Down a starting running back, down Mike Evans, down Chris Godwin. You got a hot 49ers team just coming off a big win against the Rams in prime time. Mac Jones obviously has been slinging it. I still got Baker Mayfield. Against all odds, I got Baker Mayfield. This I think will push him towards a real, I don't know, maybe number one ranked in the MVP conversation. He could become the MVP favorite if they win this game. And I think they will. I got Bucks. I don't care if it's in Santa Clara. I don't care if it's Tampa. I don't care if it's in Yucatan. I got Baker Mayfield winning this game 27-20. So I think this is coming out party. This is going to be a legit win with only having Ibuka basically as his real target. I think this is going to be a huge win.
Good.
Here you go.
Thank you. And then for our next game, you guys will feel free to pick this. Cards versus Colts.
Oh.
Cardinals versus the Colts.
Whew.
Colts are
Definitely
4-1.
going to take Cardinals here.
Really? The 2-3 Cardinals? You're taking over the Colts 4-1?
I mean, did I stutter?
Okay.
I'm saying Cardinals. I'm saying this is their game. I definitely, for some reason, I feel like Cardinals are winning here. I don't really know why, but I think the Cardinals are going to beat them, and it's going to be 21-10 game. I don't think it's going to be close.
Yeah, I don't know if the Cardinals can put up 21 points. So I think whatever the Colts and Jags mean, I think that's going to be the AFC Championship. I mean, I know it's impossible, but I could see that
No,
being.
it's not.
Oh, it's not?
No, they could meet in the AFC.
Oh, I thought because they play in the same division or something. There.
No, they could meet.
Oh, anyways, I think that legitimately could be your AFC champion. If Danny Dimes is for real and they're 4-1, that legitimately could be your AFC championship. I mean, I'm super big on the Colts. They have all the pieces around them to be successful. Jonathan Taylor's leading the league in rushing yards. Tyler Warren, a young up-and-coming tight end. That offense is dangerous. I mean, Joshua Downs is playing his card. Michael Pittman is finally putting it together. I mean, they're playing good football. Their defense, a little below average, but that's the team you need to watch out for.
Yeah.
They're like the Jags in the way that their offense is more explosive than ours. We have a better defense, but their offense definitely puts up a little bit more points. The Cardinals, on the other hand, not a very explosive team. They got a lot of problems. I mean, you got James Conner on IR, won't be back for the season, torn ACL.
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison Jr. still hasn't blossomed into that receiver they want him to be. Kyler Murray is still super inconsistent. There's too many what ifs with this Cardinals team. I'm not saying they can't win. I'm saying it's impossible for them to win. I'm gonna go with the Colts. Give me the Colts 35-7. I mean, absolute blowout.
35-7.
35
The
to
Cardinals-
You're going to look real silly when I'm right. That's all I'm going to say.
Kyler Murray has not played very great football, but also hasn't looked horrible. Marvin Harrison Jr. has had the drop issues. He's starting to get a little bit better. They were up.
Kyler Murray.
They were.
Gators.
No,
Where is he from?
Oklahoma. Anyway,
But he's always been at the Cardinals. I know that.
yeah, they are not favored to win this game one bit. The Cardinals could have been up 28-6 if DeMarcado doesn't drop the ball at the
Right.
1-yard line, and they ended up losing that game
To the Titans.
the shitty ass Tennessee
The stinky Titans.
the Cam Ward's a fraud Titans.
Keep it a buck.
I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, I had Titans minus. I had Cardinals minus 7.5.
I had a minus 10.5, so that really screwed me.
That cooked me, bro.
Anyway, Cardinals are not looking good for this game. They just came off a horrible loss.
That's why they're coming back.
So for
this
every
game.
reason, the Colts should win this game. But I think the Cardinals are going to upset them as well. I don't know why me and Daniel are on the same page here. This doesn't feel right. But I've said it. I said it since
Colts
last
are in
week.
business.
That's a trap game. That's a trap game.
It's not.
The Cardinals get it done
I disagree.
against the Colts.
I don't see how you I would understand if the team had any upside at all and just being like, yeah, they could win. This team does nothing good.
Okay. They had
Nothing good.
okay, let's just say DeMarcado doesn't drop the ball at the 1-yard
Oh,
line.
they beat the shitty Titans.
Okay,
I
okay,
mean,
let me finish.
okay, go ahead.
So that's that's now 28-6. So they're going to win that game. They're 3-2. Then, if they don't have the penalty against the Seahawks, they win that game.
But they didn't.
But I'm saying they're 2 plays away from being a 4-1 team. I'm saying the potential is there. Absolutely.
Okay, so what if they play the Bills instead of the Saints? I mean, we could say a lot of stuff.
No, I'm saying they are competing in these games, and yes, they're 2-3. I'm saying they're the best 2-3 team probably, right? Well, not the Chiefs. They're not better than the Chiefs. But I'm telling you, the Cardinals are slept on.
I just disagree.
I think-
I'm the opposite. I think I'm not saying they're overrated because they're not, and I'm not saying they're underrated at all. I think they just suck at football. And genuinely, I'm super strong about the Cardinals because what upside do you have? You have Marvin Harrison Jr. He is not. This is his second year. He hasn't shown anything. You have Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is super inconsistent. I mean, that's the bottom line. Ever since he's been in the NFL, if he's not hurt, he's playing okay. He's playing a good game, and they don't throw 2 picks. And it's like there's nothing really upside wise. You have James Conner. He's hurt. He ain't got nothing. You got the best part of your team is McBride, your tight end. You have a phenomenal tight end in McBride.
We do got to wrap it
Trey
up.
McBride.
6:30.
I think they're right on the cusp. I think they win 9 games, 10 games maybe this year. I'm telling you, trust.
Oh my God!
In a tough division.
I
In a
want to
tough
throw
division.
up, dude.
I think the Cardinals in
Between
this season
seven- I think
with
between-
8 wins.
I don't hate that. I was
I
going
don't
to
think
say
they're
between
going to get more than that.
I was going to say
5
between
wins.
7 and 9 wins.
5?
But I'm
5
telling you,
wins. Legitimately
they
5
get it
wins.
done against the Colts. I'm telling you, it's going to be a huge game for the AFC South. We are running out of time, so here's our last game: Jags versus Seahawks, and then we'll wrap it up. Go ahead with your prediction.
All right,
Christian Sutton.
just kind of quick speed. Sam Darnold, one of the best QBs we've seen in the league so far this year. He's probably top 5. He's probably number 5 or like 6 or 7. But I'm gonna take the Jaguars. I got Jaguars by 2 touchdowns. Give me Jags 28-14.
Here's the thing. I'm going to say it. Seahawks, bring back Russell Wilson.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ever since Russell Wilson's been gone, it ain't been the same. I'm going to take Jags here. I'm going to say it's going to be a very low-scoring game. 14-3.
Okay. I obviously will be taking the Jags. This is a banged up. It's a good defense when they're healthy, but they're banged up right now. They're really weak at the defensive line. I think the run game's going to kill them. I think the Jags really take care of business down in Duval with time of possession. We'll be at the game, so we're going to see it firsthand. I really think the Jags are going to pull this out by 2 scores. I think we win by 10 points. But I think the Jaguars put up over 30 points. I think this is going to be the
No.
first. This is
No.
gonna be
Good
the,
team.
It's not going to happen.
it is a good defense, but they're injured. They just lost another starting linebacker is down injured. He won't be playing.
Right,
they're down to like their 3rd string
Yeah, but
defensive
if you
linemen.
okay, but I'm saying
I
if
think
you have
the
a
run
D
game's
line and a
gonna kill 'em.
linebacker issue, what do? You don't throw the ball.
Have
you
we
run it.
scored
I
over
run the
30
ball.
this season?
Nope.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
we just
Panthers.
scored 31.
When?
No, we scored 28.
Okay.
28-24.
I'm not even going to say anything. I'd like to just put a picture of the Chiefs' final score right here because these guys don't know ball.
Am I missing something?
It was 31-28, bro.
Oh, never mind. It was 31-28 Chiefs. You're
Thank
right.
you.
Did we?
Yes.
Listen. Bullshit final score, though.
Duval.
Okay.
I
Everybody
think
show-
next.
official
Realistically-
prediction, Jaguars win 31-21.
No way.
I think we get it
No
done.
way.
Jaguars. ETN rushes for over 100 yards.
Could have.
You're
Greg
you're
Newsome.
dogging on our defense, and you're overhyping
Greg
our
Newsome gets a
offense at the
pick.
same time. I
21
think our
points.
defense is going to lock them down a lot more than 21 points. Seahawks offense is not that good.
False.
They're not going to
False
get 21 points on
accusations.
them.
Sam Darnold's that dude.
That's the official
No.
prediction. Jaguars are going to be 5-1. We'll see you on Victory Monday. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Zero Talent Podcast. Shout out Big Dan Father Time for being here. Shout out Christian Sutton, WWGay. Next week we'll have another special guest. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Shout out Ashton. What's our secret word for Chris this week?
Ooh.
So y'all give him a secret word every time?
To see if he actually watches.
So
So far he hasn't done it once.
hold on. Kyler Murray.
No, we should do Kyler Trask.
Kyler Trask.
Because
All right, Kyler Trask.
You got to message one of us, or even Big Dan.
Or you message me, Russell Wilson,
Yeah.
then we're good.
Yeah, we'll
RIP my GOAT, Russell Wilson.
Kyler
Wilson.
Trask. Shout out Russell Wilson for coming in one play and getting booed off the field, by the way. All right. Thanks, you guys, for watching. Tune in next week.
Yeah.
What it
Young as a spit heat. I'ma run it back. Cause I got a toe. Wait, no. Cause I'm sucking on her big toe. Mess around, you gon' catch his fofo. Catch him lacking on the spot, let him hit a fade. Mess around, spend the day. This is Grand A. Sipping on that lemonade. Yeah, call it Minute Maid. Cause I be chillin' with this Grand A. She cooking me up Oreo bars every day. Yeah, that's what I eat now. Sipping on the Capri Sun pouch. Ooh, let me hit you with another one. Chillin' with the boys, yeah, they couple bums. Yeah, I'm chillin' with this Grand A. I be chillin' with this Grand A. I be chillin'